Okay, Dad, just a quick tour here of, there's kind of three main areas to my shop. So this is kind of mostly tool storage, but that's my blast cabinet for sandblasting, and under here is my press. So I just have a 10-ton press, no, it's 2.5-ton press. Here's my little air conditioning unit that keeps the garage from killing me. And there's my stolen air compressor. My dad stole off of some guy that didn't pay his bills. That's an old stove I used for powder coating. I got that at work. So this is kind of the outdoor, that's my recycle. But every time I get it full, Dan gives it to our kids. So I'm not making any money off of that. This is my welding area, so that's my little welding table and my anvil. Tire changer back there. And it's all under cover here. It's not real fancy, but it keeps the sun off my neck. And that's a roof rack that I gave Josh. So I'll take you inside and give you a quick tour inside here, but I'll come back and do a better one later. But this is kind of the primary shop area. So I have my tool cabinets here, and just lubricants and stuff. Nut and bolt rack over here. So this is where, as you might have guessed, I keep my nuts and bolts. And that's just kind of for small parts. These old bikes, some of these little bitty parts can be pretty valuable, so I sort them all out and keep them in there. And more nuts and bolts and lubes and battery chargers. You can see what a mess I am. I label all my tools. I know it'd make you crazy if you were here. Just different signs and posters and stuff that friends have given me. Here's my old Bonneville. I'm about to tear this one apart, and I got a leaky head gasket. I can't seem to get. I already tore it apart once. And anyway, that's the bike I've traveled a good part of the world with, my BMW, and there's my Indian, and there's the R69 I got from Ken. And let's see, what else do we got over here? This is my parts washer, and this is just kind of my metalwork area. So this is drills and hammers. Oh yeah, my hammer rack. Pretty proud of my hammer rack. Tom keeps his in a bag. That's why we make jokes about him and bags of hammers. Just old boots and lots of posters. I'm stupid that way. Let's see, more posters. That's from the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride we did last year. We're getting ready to do it again this year. But we raised $4,000 for men's health, prostate cancer research, and suicide prevention. So there's Aaron's Superman picture, and then my welder, my drill press, and grinder, and all that stuff back in the corner, chop saw. This is a little sonic cleaner I use for carburetors and other stuff, but mostly for carburetors. And my battery station, and the rest of it's just a bunch of junk. A lot of junk. There's Grandpa's garage. Oh, well, don't look at her. Just get you all titillated. And then back here, I just bought this bookshelf. We found it from a family here in the neighborhood for $6. So I keep all my different books. I have, just like you did with cars and tractors, you know, these books, when they get old, they're hard to get a hold of. So I've got all kinds of books that are out of print about how to repair some of these old motorcycles, and a bunch of videos, just motorcycle videos that I watch. And there's my girlfriend, keeps an eye on me. And then, oh, and there's my air conditioner. And you can laugh if you want, but man, it feels good. And then my TV and my workbench. My bench is a mess, I'm sorry. But I usually have the TV. Here's a bunch of pictures. I don't know if you can see them very well, but those are pictures of Deanna and various motorcycle trips. And that's me and Tom at the Arctic Circle, and me and Deanna in Argentina, and me in Bolivia. Just a bunch of adventure stuff. And you can see I actually do stuff, right? That's why it's a mess. That's what I tell people. And then this, I built this little gear rack just out of pipes and fittings and stuff, and it works out really good. I mounted it to the ceiling, to the floor, and anyway, so that's kind of cool. Just my rag back up. So that's it. I'm going to go out to the barn a little bit, and I'll make another one. Isn't that a pretty bike? That's a 1978 Triumph Bonneville, and not too very long before Triumph went out of business. And then this bike, I was going to take it to Australia, so I took it completely apart, cleaned it, did everything, replaced all the rubber and changed all the fluids and retorqued every bolt in the stinking thing to try to get through Australian inspections. But anyway, so that's my little, that's my helmet collection. I got a lot of helmets. That's my little shop. So I'm going to tell you, I'm goofing around out in the shop. That's where I'm at. Okay.